Hi, it's Brian here from the online course The Hair Growth Code, and today I'm going to be helping you understand what might be causing your hair loss. Your hair loss could be caused by many things, but if you are a male, age 20 plus, and you have hair loss, then the most likely reason that you are losing your hair has something to do with a thing called DHT. Too much DHT damages your hair follicles and causes the hair to fall out. If the follicle is damaged too much, it can't repair itself and eventually dies, unable to produce further hair. Some people's hair are affected by DHT. Some are not. It's really down to luck and your family genetics. If you've ever looked closely at a receding hairline, you can see the progression of the damage that DHT causes. With a healthy head of hair, each follicle can have several strands. Early signs of damage to a hair follicle can be less strands growing in each follicle and areas starting to become visually thinner. Follicles damaged further by DHT can start to have much shorter and thinner hair in them, and eventually falling out completely. Have you ever seen shiny areas of a balding head? Maybe you have one of these areas yourself. If you do, I'm afraid this is a sign that the follicles in this area have died, and some treatments may not be effective on these areas. But there are further solutions. So we've now learned the basics of DHT, how DHT attacks hair follicles, and how it causes a condition called male pattern baldness. But remember, you may not necessarily have male pattern baldness. Your hair loss may be caused by something else. We'll go through those possible reasons in the next section, but male pattern baldness is by far the most common reason men lose their hair. Male pattern baldness is a type of alopecia called androgenic alopecia. It's a genetic condition that affects more than 50% of men at some stage in their lives. And when you think about that, that's a lot. When I first started to do something about my hair loss, I did what a lot of people do and went to an expensive specialized clinic. And that's a very common first step for a lot of people who are suffering from hair loss. This is the first thing the clinic showed me. It's called the Norwood scale, and it's designed to describe what stage of male pattern baldness you have. I'll pause so that you can take a look. For those of us who have male pattern baldness, we all lose our hair at different rates. And that's because we all react to DHT differently. Have a look. Which one best describes your situation? Because male pattern baldness is a hereditary condition, what can help is by looking at your family members, especially on your mother's side. If they also have receding hairlines or have lost their hair, and your hair looks like one of these pictures, then it's likely that you have male pattern baldness. I'd recommend talking to your local GP or doctor and working with him to help you decide if you have male pattern baldness or if it could be something else. there are other reasons why you might be losing your hair. Some include a thyroid disorder, a high level of stress, nutritional deficiencies, a bad reaction to a medication, infections, and scalp conditions. There are also many other types of alopecia, far too many to discuss in this course. But I highly recommend that you research these conditions online to see if your symptoms could match any of these. Unfortunately, I can only help you with the most common form of hair loss in men, and that's the condition that I have, called male pattern baldness. It's important that you don't proceed with any of my recommendations about how to treat your hair loss if you have something other than male pattern baldness. So that's why you really need to get clarification from your doctor. I talk in detail about the methods in which you can successfully stop your hair loss, regrow your hair, source cost-effective medication, and constantly keep hair on your head in my online hair growth course called The Hair Growth Code. I also go into detail about hair transplants and how to disguise your hair loss if regrowing it isn't an option.